Move out of the way.
When there's a vehicle coming, I will move out the way of the vehicle.
Vehicle coming.
Yeah, it goes up left hand side, doesn't it?
Move out of the way now.
I told you where the boundary is.
Come on then.
I told you where the boundary line is. We don't mind you filming, but you need to be in off.
Who are you guys? Sergeant.
Come on.
Okay.
Then walk then.
There was no need to get physical. I'm walking away. You can stop touching me now because I'm walking away. You can stop touching me now.
Sergeant
1096.
That's me.
I am walking away and you're still touching me.
You're not walking away.
I am. Am I not walking? Am I not walking away?
Turn and face that way.
You're a dickhead, mate. That's what you are. F off. Tell me not to swear. I can swear over you if I want to. There's no need to push me like that.
We told you where the boundary is.
Yeah?
Get out.
And I'm walking back. Why the f are you pushing me like that for? You absolute bellend.
Because of your attitude.
You're a
So
bellend.
move over there.
You're a bellend.
Get off the ramp.
Move over there, please.
You're a bellend.
For emergency vehicles, get off the ramp.
There's no yellow box here saying I can't block it. You're a bellend.
Move out the way.
I'm quite capable of moving out of the way of vehicles by myself.
Move out the way.
When there's a vehicle coming.
Buckle up, guys. Today we are going to witness a bold audit outside Peterborough Police Station. What begins as calm filming quickly turns chaotic as two sergeants storm out trying to intimidate proletariat. No signage, no barriers, yet the officers act like they control the world. This is where the tension sparks. The stage is set for a masterclass in standing your ground and exposing unchecked authority.
No, we'll move out the way of the vehicle.
Vehicle coming. Move.
Yeah, it goes up left hand side, doesn't
Move
it?
out of the way now.
I told you where the boundary is.
Come on then.
Don't act like a knob.
You're the one pushing me.
Yes.
I know I'm on the pavement and I'm on here now and you still pushed me. You still pushed me.
Right, don't come on.
You're a bellend. Who's your inspector? What's your collar number there?
1096.
Yours?
95, right,
1995. I'm trying to read your collar number. You're a bellend, both of you. Sergeant's my ass. You wait till your inspector gets hold of this. Dickhead. Is there an inspector on duty at the station today?
There'll be many inspectors inside.
Yeah. Well, I've just what I believe to be assaulted by two sergeants.
Here we see the moment things get physical. Before even identifying themselves, the sergeants push proletariat. His calm insistence that he's walking away highlights the blatant overreach of authority. Notice how quickly professionalism dissolves into aggression. Force before communication. The verbal clash, name-calling, and shoving capture the raw imbalance of power and set the scene for the legal debate to come.
So if you can get an inspector out, I'd love to report that to them. I'm happy to show them the footage. There was nothing saying that it's private property, no unauthorised access or anything like that.
Of course,
you know.
Of course, do you want? I'll talk plainly.
Yeah.
I won't knock around. Okay. There are different people who audit and things like that.
Sure.
Sometimes people try and push buttons out, so I'll just speak plainly.
Yeah, that's cool. No worries.
I get there's nothing there. Yeah, we've got a simple barrier. There's no fencing there. I appreciate that. And let you know at the moment now, this is private property. I'm sure you can appreciate we do have to keep areas secure, and secure as can be. Not very secure without a fence there, but that's
well, exactly. I mean, there's a big old footpath coming out from the grass verge there.
In fairness, I'd say you probably do know this is private property because it is a police station. Okay?
I mean, everything in the UK is private property, though, really, isn't it?
I'm not a civil lawyer and all that, so I'm not going to get that. I can't really have you around here if you don't mind, okay? It's nothing because there's not hiding anything, but ultimately it's a working yard. There are vehicles that will fly out here responding to immediate.
Sure. As soon as I hear blue light sirens, I'll be out of the way.
Yeah,
no, there's no issue with that.
I can't have you here anyway because it is a secure area.
In the meantime, I'm waiting at the moment. I'm going to get every single vehicle, private, personal, whatever it is, coming in and out. It's going to be included on my footage.
But then if you could do that, could you do that from outside the private property?
I mean, to be fair, the sergeants actually said I was fine there. That's where they physically pushed me to. And even when I was on there, they continued to push me.
If you come, I'll show you. As far as I know, and again...
So the sergeants actually said that this sign here was the demarcation of the property, which clearly it's not, because it just says pedestrians use front entrance, that's exit.
Yeah, no, that'll obviously be for notifying people who want to come speak to us where to go. Yeah,
exactly. Right? So there's no demarcation. That's not demarcation of your boundary.
What I was going to say is normally I use the tree line. Okay, there is no physical line. There is no it's that imaginary line. There is going to be a line somewhere which denotes the property boundary. If the sergeant says it's here, I'm not going to argue. I'd naturally say I think the tree line forms a kind of a natural boundary. But then fine, really. If the sergeant says that, I'm not going to argue.
But then the sergeant also saw me stood there on the very corner of the thing and said nothing either about me being there. He was literally watching me from the window for a good 5 minutes.
Do you know the sergeant's name?
1096 and 1995 were their collar numbers.
Were they a response sergeant?
They came out of that building up there, whatever it is up there.
If you don't mind, if you just stay here with my colleague, I'm going to go and speak to the sergeant there and make sure that that's correct, that he's told me where to, he's told you to stand. Yeah. because like I say, I normally use the tree line because it kind of makes a natural
Sure.
barrier. Do you know what I mean?
I do. I understand that it does
Yeah.
create a sort of natural barrier, but unless you have these to show me where the boundary is, and there's nothing to stop me accessing, there's nothing to say where your property starts and where it ends.
No,
so
but-
there's nowhere for you to realistically say,
Well,
this is our property. You can't be stand
I
here. You
kind
can
of
only
disagree
stand
with
here.
you, but let's try and work together and be reasonable because
I mean,
at the end of the day,
yeah, you are being reasonable, and I do
Yeah,
appreciate that.
yeah.
But because of the behaviour of your sergeant, I'm not going to be reasonable with you. And I'm not saying I'm going to be rude to you, but in terms of negotiating where I can and cannot stand,
Right.
I'm not going to negotiate that with you based on their behaviour.
I understand
not
that,
on
and
yours,
understand
and I
your
want you to
reasoning.
understand that.
Then, so I'm upfront and clear with you, just so I am fair
Mm-hmm.
with you. Okay, I'm going to go and clarify that. All right, and if they've said, wherever, I will have to enforce a level of like, if we say this is where the barrier is, I'll have to ask you to stand
Okay.
on the other side of that.
Okay, and if you force me to move physically to a place, I will check where your boundary is with the local council, and if you have moved me to a place that you have no right to move me physically, you will be liable for reprimand under that. I will be filing. They're already getting complaints of it, IOPC.
you can-
And until you're 100% sure where your boundary is, regardless of what your sergeant says, because unless they can prove where your boundary is, you can't move somebody physically.
And
you
that's
can't.
why I'm trying to be reasonable, okay? So they might know.
Just let my colleague
And that,
double
like I
check
say,
and we'll
that-
come back.
yeah,
and
and
get
I totally get your point, all right, and that's why I'm going to go and do everything I can and try and check with them, okay? I get what you're saying there.
Watch closely as Proletariat challenges the claim of private property. The officers rely on vague rules, imaginary boundaries, and assumptions. He methodically exposes that without fences, signs, or legal backing, their authority has no foundation. This is a turning point where knowledge starts to outmatch brute force. The tension is gripping because viewers see the gap between perception of power and lawful reality.
And like I say, all I'm asking is to try and be reasonable, meet each other.
And again, and I'm saying it's not because of you, because you have been reasonable, but because of them, I'm not
Just
negotiating.
bear with me, all right?
I don't
okay?
negotiate with assholes.
So yeah, the sergeant has said that he's told you, and he is saying like, so the grass verge, not onto the road, please, and no further past this blue sign. Is that okay?
Maybe.
Okay. On that then, all right, I hear you saying maybe. At the moment, I'll leave you here, all right? Please don't do that, all right? Got no problem with you filming in public, saying that's public, okay? Got to understand that's a working yard. There's also sensitive information. There's people here, whether victims or suspects, that we can't have you going and seeing. Normal as a member of the public, that is private, okay? Please stay here,
Okay.
all right?
I mean, again, for you to raise with your higher-ups, I would strongly suggest you get a more physical barrier, fencing.
I 100% agree, but then
Yeah.
the police, what are they keeping out? They're putting fences up, and that's at the lovely taxpayers' expense.
No, I agree with fences being around these
But that's the
places.
truth of it. No, to be fair, I think it should, because
Yeah.
then it denotes it, alright? But I'm now telling you, mate, so that's pretty clear. The sergeants also echoed that, so you know, yeah? So you're saying maybe, but then if you then go past that maybe, that's you willfully then...
Trespassing.
I get that you've had like
Yeah.
issues with them, okay?
Yeah.
But then that's for your complaint, mate. Do me a favour, yeah? Because we were going off to do something again.
Yeah.
We've got
As I was saying
and
to
we've
your
got
colleague
to stop
here.
and engage in
But
challenges.
as I was saying to your colleague, you're actually other than the sergeants, because I went to where those vehicles are over there, you're actually the first people that have actually stopped and engaged with me, and I've been stood here nearly an
Then
hour.
that's bad officers, because they should, okay? But look, we're busy, we're human, we make mistakes,
Yeah.
okay? Just like everyone else. Please don't
But
do
that's
that.
why I said a surgeon accidentally killing somebody, say, people make mistakes, we're human. There's that room for error
But
is
then
not...
this is a conversation about someone standing
Yeah.
on a road or a grass barrier, not me doing heart
Yeah.
surgery. Okay?
Yeah, but the room
I
for
get
error
your
isn't there in the
Of course it
police.
is, and we should make errors and we should learn from our mistakes.
Yeah.
As should everyone,
Yeah.
okay? But that's just the way it is. Please don't willfully do that. If they do, then they might have to look at, I don't know, anything.
There's nothing they can get me. It's a civil issue,
Well,
isn't it?
Because okay, well, number one, okay, I'll just say this. Wasting police time. So
I'm not wasting your time. I'm not forcing you to stop.
Hang on. Let me just say it, and then I'm going to go. All right.
Now the plainclothes officer tries to enforce an imaginary boundary. Proletariat skillfully refuses to negotiate on unfounded claims. Trees and curbs are not law. They highlight the absurdity of improvisation in policing. This segment is a lesson in factual persistence versus authority by assumption, showcasing how calm reasoned knowledge can dismantle arbitrary power, keeping viewers on the edge.
This is for your benefit, because I don't want to see you get arrested, and I think it probably even that then further would be a waste of our time. But we will have to take an action, all right, by doing something that causes an officer to then kind of go out of the way and waste their time doing it, and would have to engage with you and say, mate, don't stand here and have another 5, 10 minute, 15 conversation with you. That's them wasting our time, okay? So there it is, it's ticking those boxes. I don't think it would come to that, but it's just something we might have to do. Please just be reasonable, film the cars, whatever, alright? Just stay where you are, yeah? Please?
Maybe.
I'll leave it at that. Dude, just don't. Just be sensible.
Maybe. Can't stop with them making. Not saying.
Why?
Because I don't give it out.
Why? I'm the public. I want to watch it.
You'll find it.
I want to like and subscribe.
You'll find it.
I won't try that hard.
Here the discussion moves toward practical resolution. Officers begin to acknowledge their lack of evidence yet still dodge accountability. Proletariat emphasizes what can be proven where the law draws the line, not perception. The exchange exposes both the fragility of power without legal foundation and the skill required to demand transparency. Tension peaks as viewers realize knowledge trumps instinctive authority. When officers accuse proletariat of wasting police time, it's a desperate bluff. The law doesn't support them and he remains unshaken. This part highlights psychological warfare and manipulation tactics, showing the audience how authority can resort to baseless claims when cornered. Proletariat's calm logic contrasts sharply with their uncertainty, turning intimidation into embarrassment in real time. As the officers retreat, proletariat stands firm, calm, and composed. No yelling, no violence, just knowledge and poise dismantle their authority. This is a quiet but powerful victory, showing how informed citizens can hold law enforcement accountable. It's a masterclass in lawful resistance and public rights, leaving viewers with a strong takeaway: authority must be backed by law, not assumptions.